Hey, everybody. Dr. Denise here. Welcome to yet another Taco Tuesday. I know we have some new people in the group, so just for your edification, Taco Tuesday means that every Tuesday at 12 noon Eastern Time, I am live in the group sharing tools and what does TACO stand for? Tools, apps, campaigns, and online systems to help you grow your coaching program. For today, as you can see on the screen, I want to talk about using our imagination. Why? What does that mean? What I mean by that is I want you to think about, imagine, if you will, what your business is going to look like in 2021. We know that if we've heard it said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. That's a little harsh, but the concept still applies, that we have to have a plan so we're clear on where we're trying to get to. We know whether or not we're making good progress. And so that starts now. Some of you may have already put together your 2021 plans, but if you haven't, now is a good time. Don't wait until January 1st. Start now so you hit the ground running on January 1st. All right. So what are some of the things you need to keep in mind to start using your imagination? Well, number one, I want you to think about what your goals are for your business. So think big picture. So although the way I help you grow your business is through marketing automation, that's a piece of your business. And the purpose of the marketing automation is to help you reach your business goals. So really think about what are your goals for your business. Is there, are you trying to get to your first 10K month? Are you wanting to retire from your full-time job? Do you want to retire your spouse? Do you want to create that laptop lifestyle where you can travel around the world and still get work done? Do you want to have that 4-hour work week that Tim Ferriss talks about in his book? So think about your goals for your business and write those down. The next thing you want to think about is the age-old question is who is your target audience? Who do you want to attract to your products and services? Now, I want you to be really clear about this. Don't say, two things I don't want you to say. Number one, don't say, well, I serve everyone, because guess what? Everyone is not going to be attracted to you because that's super vague to say, I can coach anyone. We know that if you have coaching experience, if you've trained as a coach, you could coach anyone. When I was going through my coach training program that I was in, one of the things that we would frequently say is that no matter what type of coach you say that you are, by the third session, it's basically life coaching. Because whether people come to you for business or relationship or finance, by about session 3, you're really talking about things that they need to do to improve their life. But we still want to niche it down so that we're very clear on who it is that we're trying to reach. We want to be very clear on what we're saying. So again, because I primarily work with coaches, that's who my target is, I'm going to talk about things that are important to coaches. I'm going to talk about the fact that many coaches start doing the coaching as a part-time job, that many coaches need a client intake process, that many coaches are going to start with a complimentary or discovery session. And so I use the language that my target audience will use. You want to do the same thing so that your target audience knows that you're talking to them. The other piece of that is that you also do not have to stick with whoever that target audience was for 2020 or prior to that. In other words, if you are at a point where you realize, you know what, who I have been serving or who I have been attracting really is not my ideal. It's not really who I really want to work with. Well, then you can shift. You're not stuck with an audience. That's the beauty of it being your own business. Shift that market, shift that target, and learn to speak their language so that you can start attracting the people that you actually want to attract. Now, beyond attracting them, you also want to think about how you're going to need to segment your list, how and if you're going to need to segment your list. And so one of the things I've shared before is that I work with all different types of coaches, but as you see, when those of you who joined this particular Facebook group, when you signed up to join the group, one of the questions I ask is, what type of coach are you? And then that way, it allows me to tailor my message so that if I have something that particularly applies to financial coaches, I can send that to them. Things for life coaches, I can send messages to them. Things for author coaches, I can send things directly to them. So it allows you to really kind of niche down and be even more clear on the messages you're sending to these different groups. And equally important, it means that if I'm a life coach, you're not sending me stuff about business coaching because I don't care about that. You're just clogging up my inbox, and I might unsubscribe, mark you as spam, whatever else. So the more you can make it, you can answer the question, what's in it for me? Because that's really what people care about. What are they getting out of that email or that message? The better you're able to attract, to convert, and to serve. I also want you to really take the time to think about, yes, of course, again, I'm going to be all about marketing automation, but I want you to really think about, what does that look like for you and your business in terms of not wanting to, you don't want it to feel automated, even though it is automated. You want people to feel like they are getting this very personalized experience and not just the standard automated autoresponder type email. So what does that mean? That means that, among other things, at the very lowest level, we're at least calling people by their names in their email. So it's not dear friend, but it's dear Sue, dear John, dear Kim. And so personalizing it that way. But we can personalize it even further. So we can use tracking pixels and other tools to see this person. Okay, I can tell this person went to my website. I can tell that this person looked at the sales page for my coaching program, but they didn't buy. So I can send an email specifically to the person who went to my page but didn't buy and say, do you have any questions that I can answer for you? I noticed that you went to the page, but you decided not to sign up at this time. What would help make your decision more clear? So I can target that message to a person's exact behavior. And that's another way of personalizing it. Again, you're getting another great experience of that. As we are at the time of this recording, we're in December. It's right after Black Friday. And I don't know about you, but my inbox is full of, hey, you looked at such and such product. Here's an extra coupon if you sign up right now. And so all of those, we call that a cart abandonment sequence. All those times somebody started to buy something and then went, for whatever reason, we want to follow up with them. We may want to send a particular email series to people who are just our top tier clients. We might want to send a different email series to people who have never purchased from us before and give them some special offer. So that's what we mean by personalizing the experience. But you need to decide, what does that look like in your business? What's the feel you want to have? And personalizing could also mean that what you want to do is have a connection with people outside of their inbox. So that might mean that you have automatically set up a postcard that gets sent out to people, that you automatically have set up that when it's that person's birthday, they receive a box of brownies, that when it is a holiday, they receive a hard copy paper card in the mail. all of that can be automated so that you don't actually have to be there licking and stamping envelopes, but you are, this is all happening on autopilot without you even touching it. So for example, when I say sending a birthday card, if when the person is first signing up with you as a client, you request their birthday, it's in your system. You automatically have an email campaign set up in your system so that when the date reaches, let's say 7 days before the person's birthday, then your system will automatically reach out to this other service, pass on the information so that the card gets in the mail so it reaches them before their birthday. Love it. Super simple, but it gives that more of a personalized experience. What else? So, I'm throwing out a bunch of different things, but my point is, if we go back to that first question of what is your goal for your business for 2021, I want you to think of, given all of the things that you want to do, given where you want to be this time 12 months from now, what is a single small step that you can commit to doing first? Don't get so overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, how am I gotta overhaul and I gotta, just all overwhelmed. Instead, focus on what is one thing. There's a great book called The One Thing that you can commit to doing first so that that piece is out of the way before we reach January 1st, or so that you know exactly what you're going to tackle, not even the first quarter of the year, but in the first month. What are you going to do in the first month of the year, or to prepare for the first month of the year? What's that one thing you're going to do? And then when you're clear on what that thing is for your business, you also need to think about, how are you going to measure success? What does success mean? What does success look like? If you said, I want to grow my business, it's like, okay, but what does that mean? Does that mean you want to double the amount of people on your list? If you're just starting out, or if you have, maybe 100 people on your list, maybe your goal is, by the end of the year, I want at least 1,000 people on my list. So if I get to December and I have 999, I'm going to feel, I did a good job toward my goal, but I'm also probably going to try to find that one last person. So how are you going to measure the various elements of success? If you said you want to start having 10K months, if you haven't been having that yet, then obviously you're going to measure it based on how much money you're generating in your business and how close you're getting to that 10K. All right. So with all of that, all of this envisioning and imagining is great, but we also need to get all this on paper, because again, we know that if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. Again, I don't know why I keep saying that, because I hate that saying, but you get the idea that that when we don't take action and put things down on paper, then they kind of just drift away into the ethos. So you have also perhaps heard the biblical text that says, write the vision, make it plain. Write the vision, make it plain. One way you can write the vision is using one or all three of my simplified planners. There's the simplified systems planner, because I always say you have to have the system before you can automate anything. The systemized, the simplified marketing automation planner, so that you can build out your automation and what needs to happen and what assets you need and what platforms you need and who's going to do what. And the simplified social media planner, so that as part of your automation, you start publicizing and showing up more on social media. Well, what are you going to say and when and on which platform? And you use that planner for that. All three of these planners are I'm giving to you for free for anybody that attends my live event, Automate to Elevate, Build With You session. And so it's a live virtual event, obviously. But in the Automate to Elevate session, what we're doing is actually building something for you together. So I'm actually going to say, all right, if you have Keep, open up your Keep account. Click here, click here, click here, click here. You have MailChimp, open up your MailChimp. Click here, click here, click here, click here. You have Kartra, open up your Kartra. Click here, click here, click here, click here. So I'm going to show you literally exactly what to do so that by the time we finish that session, you have at least something automated, ready to go in your account before the session is over. Now, I have limited seats available. A lot of people here in my Facebook group have already taken advantage of it. As a matter of fact, I'm tracking your packages. So I see that a lot of you already have received your 3 planners. If you are still interested in attending, you can use the promo code, I always forget which way to point, promo code TEAMFB to get a 50% discount. There was one other thing I was going to say, but I'm going to shut that discount off at the end of the week. So if that's something you're interested in, then please do take advantage of it, and you see exactly where you need to go to hop on board. I hope you do decide to join me. I'm really, really excited about this event and about serving you in this different way. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll take it from there. You all have an amazing day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.